For these final two examples, I would definitely recommend doing one at a time. So watching the video for this, pausing, trying this one, then watching the video for this, pausing, trying this one. I would definitely recommend that. It's up to you. In this case, I have two sets of parentheses. So what you may have noticed is I have these are called brackets, these sort of square parentheses. And then I have these curved parentheses. And so I'm just going to start, here's the deal, I start on the inside. So I'm not going to touch anything outside. Right now, this is the only thing I'm simplifying, is this inside set of parentheses. I'm going to just copy everything else. So I have 2, 17 minus 4. And then notice I have this 4 right next to the parentheses. Remember, that's multiplication. So I'm going to just go ahead and use the multiplication dot. I could use the parentheses again, but I like the multiplication dot a little better. 15 minus 13 is 2. And I'm going to go ahead and close my brackets. Okay, so now I still have this grouping symbol, right? This is the same as parentheses, it's brackets, but it's the same. Okay, it's still saying, okay, I'm going to group numbers together. And in this case, the group of numbers is this. Okay, so I'm going to just recopy this 11 plus 2. And I'm going to, in this case, I'm not going to end up with a single number yet. My brackets don't disappear just yet. I actually have 2 operations inside here. And I notice the operations are subtraction and multiplication. Multiplication comes first. So I have this. Again, I'm going to recopy. And in this case, when I simplify 17 minus 8, that's going to become one number. It's going to become 9. This, remember, when I have a number right next to this, that becomes multiplication. This becomes 2 times 9. And now I'm down to this where I have just 2 operations left. Addition and multiplication. Multiplication comes first. And my final problem is 11 plus 18, which is 29. Okay. As I said, I would really recommend pausing right now and trying this one and then checking your answer before going on to this, but I'm going to go ahead and do this example. If n equals 6 and f equals 2, what is the value of n times parentheses 5f minus 18 over n, close parentheses? Okay, this is a simple order of operations problem disguised as something more complicated by sort of adding this step at the beginning. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this, and instead of n, I'm going to write 6, and instead of f, I'm going to write 2. So this is n, 6, times parentheses. Okay, now you might not remember this, but if I have a number next to a variable, a number next to a letter, that means multiplication. So this says 5 times f. So this is 5 times 2 minus 18 over, and remember n is 6. Okay, so I've gotten rid of all the variables, right, which is these weren't really variables I had to figure out, they were just numbers that were given to me. So now let's see, order of operations, what's going to come first here? Well, for sure something inside these parentheses, so let's just go ahead and rewrite the outside. So now inside the parentheses, I have some multiplication over here, I have some division over here, and I have subtraction in the middle. So this happens from left to right. I'm actually going to go ahead and do this multiplication, so 5 times 2 is 10. And I'm going to go ahead and do this division in the same step. I could recopy it and do it in the next step, but that doesn't seem like there's any reason to do that. 18 divided by 6 is 3. So now I have 6 times. Inside the parentheses, I have 10 minus 3, which is 7. Parentheses have disappeared because that became one number. And 6 times 7 is 42. And that's it.